So today I'm on Middlefield Road in Doncaster, under Doncaster Council, and this road was a complete avenue of trees, mainly ash and some lime. I believe there's about 60 trees. I'm going to walk up here now and count them, but here we go. It's a pretty sad sight. Here's the first casualty. Tree being chopped down in its prime, and the justification for this is this footpath. They're saying this is irreparable footpath damage, and they need to chop the tree down for this reason. There's no signs of damage, root damage to the road, which is much lower than the footpath. Here's another tree, sadly being completely chopped down. And the reason for this is this slight ridging of the tarmac, which I estimate is around a centimetre. And we know from experience that this is repairable damage. The roots are typically well below the surface. Here's another one, that's number 2. Again, flagstones have been removed in the past and a poor tarmacking job's been done and it's cracked. The trees on this side of the road haven't been felled simply because there were cars parked there. The road was shut down without any the felling was done without properly shutting down the road. And this is number 3. There's a strange curled crack in the road here. I'm really not quite sure what that is. It's a strange route for a root, but again I doubt very much that that's irreparable. This wall's been replaced, and I've just been talking to the residents at this property, and apparently there was no foundation in the wall, and they didn't have any problems with roots damaging the wall, and there was no signs of the roots under the wall. So that all would suggest that what you're seeing there is the result of deep roots, and it's probably exactly the same here. Tree stump number 4. Again, no sign of any root damage on the highway itself. Here's the apparent damage that they need to repair. Flagstones are a bit uneven here, but I'm sure all they needed to do is lift these flagstones and level the ground. And a tree's been removed from here, and it's stumped ground. Same issue here. A shoddy repair to the paving. The council want to come and rip all the paving up and just run tarmac right along here, and they've removed a tree from here. And there's a crack in the tarmac. Again, we've seen this in Sheffield. Typically the roots well below ground level, and it's simply a case of excavating and levelling the ground. Another tree has been removed here, presumably because of this slight cracked tarmac. It's interesting to note that the tarmac's proud and the paving stone's perfectly level next to it. Again here, two removed, and there's a crack running through the middle. Another one removed here. It's pretty sad. I can hear birdsong in the background. Another tree removed here. Same story. Ridged tarmac in an area where they've repaired the road in the past, and it's failed. Same here. It's just minor. The tarmac's just swelled out of the patch. Here we have an area where there's no trees, and as you can see, the paving is nearly as bad as it is near the tree. Another two have been removed here. No sign of any root problems in the highway, probably because the lower level was prepared better than the footpath repairs. We're back into stumps. Not sure why this has really been replaced. The flags here are uneven, but no more uneven than they are in places where there's no tree roots. They appear to be wanting to clear fell the area. There's a tarmac patch here. It does show a slight crack, but it's not raised at all. Well, you can see a bit of unevenness in the road there. Again, slight unevenness. Nothing that we've seen perfect road repairs done on in Sheffield. It's worth noting that the curbs are in perfect. Yes, I'm recording at the moment. But
sorry.
No, you're welcome to comment if you want. But yeah, they've done this. They've just.
They just come and did it, or did they ask
occupiers'
permission?
They've sort of bullied them into it, suggested that they needed it in order to repair the road, and I'm just taking evidence of what they've done and what the damage is that they're justifying the fellings for, but there's nothing I can see that justifies removing all the trees on the street. 60 odd trees on this street.
Well, it's part of the feature of Bessacarr, innit? I've lived there 45 years, and it'll be a shame to miss it now, coming up here in springtime, you know.
Yes, well, they need to. In Sheffield, the council did this, and they were doing it without a license, and they were investigated for criminal activity. And this looks like criminal activity again to me, because they need a felling license to fell on this scale. All right, see you. So here's another 3 stumps. One little area of patched tarmac with a bit of a crack in it. It's also got a hollow area. It's a hollow area here that's below. There's a slight raise in this flag here, but again, I doubt there's anything there that could not be sorted out by a skilled person. The issue here is cost cutting, and probably they want to run a planing machine down through this and do it cheaply. So this is what the road was like, and you can hear the birds singing away everywhere around here. There's a nest up in that tree very low down. I don't know what sort of nest that was, but there's another couple up in the canopy there. So all of these trees are for the chopper apparently. This one doesn't look like it needs it at all. This one's got cracking in the poor repair. There's a bit of red paint there. Curbs are perfectly undisturbed. And as you can see, this is a real patchwork of tarmac and paving slabs. It's very uneven. It is quite uneven, this, but again, I'm pretty sure all of this could be sorted out if there was a will. No sign of any damage to the walls. I'm told a lot of these trees that were felled were ash, and ash are now a threatened species with ash dieback, and they really should not be destroying mature ash trees when disease is probably going to do that to a massive part of our environment anyway. There's a scene of another ground tree stump here. Another cracked repair. It seems like the tarmac's just bulging out from the repair, regardless of whether there's a root there or not. Same here. It's quite a pronounced ridge there, but and another felled tree there. Nothing that we haven't seen before in Sheffield that is now deemed repairable. Tree stump being removed here for this damage. There's something being removed from here from this damage. This is quite a hodgepodge of cobbles and tarmac. Every piece of tarmac seems to be bulging up above the cobbles at the pavement. Pavement slabs. 2 trees gone. There's the damage. I've already started hacking at that tree, but haven't finished it. Apparently these trees are about 25-30 years old. That's the story I was told. There's quite a pronounced couple of ridges here, but again they're not enormous ridges, and I've seen before that it's quite clear here there's a foundation in this. There's a foundation there and it's solid. So it's just the soft tarmac's lifting. It doesn't look like there's much evidence of a tree being removed here, although there's a depression here. Looks like it went a long time ago, and the footpath is unrepaired. Another one gone from here, and not really any signs of damage here. There's a slight cracking in the tarmac, but it's not really ridged. Another 2 here. And we're back out on to the main road here. Looks like everywhere there's damage. This is quite pronounced uplifts here, cracks and things, but again I doubt very much from what I've seen in Sheffield that this could not be repaired without felling the tree. If you plant a sapling, this amount of uplift will happen again, whereas these trees are reasonably mature. That uplift has already happened. It just needs levelling out. These trees are for the chop as well. Just listen to the tits up in the trees. They'll have no habitat soon. What do you do?